Good evening, everyone. I'm nervous. Before I get started, I do want to say thank you to all of those who've been working behind the scenes to put this amazing event together. You've all done a wonderful job planning and executing this night. I also want to thank the selection committee for choosing me to be part of an incredible class of Hall of Famers. I know it's not an easy task to select from the decorated people that have come through UCF, let alone in the first year of eligibility, and I'm very, very grateful that I was chosen this year. Lastly, I want to congratulate all the other inductees on an amazing accomplishment. You've all had incredible careers in your respective departments, and I feel honored to be among you all tonight accepting this award. When I started to think about what my Hall of Fame speech would look like, I imagined it being something that people would remember, something funny, something wise, maybe it brought people to tears, I don't know. But when I actually sat down to start to write it, and knowing that I only had 6 minutes up here, I realized that that time would be quickly taken up by all of those that I really do need to thank. So I apologize that this isn't going to be a groundbreaking speech. There's going to be a ton of thank yous in here, but I promise it'll be from my heart. I want to first thank everyone who's here tonight to support me. There are people here from New York, California, Chicago, Iowa, Florida, who have all made the trip here to celebrate me, and I feel really, really lucky to have such a great support system. I want to thank my mom and dad, who sacrificed so much for me to be able to play this amazing sport. Softball is not a cheap sport to play. There are tournament fees, team fees, hotels, flights, softball gear, and so much more. The amount that my parents had to sacrifice for me to keep playing softball, especially during the recession of 2008, when my softball career was at its peak, as far as recruiting goes, is truly insurmountable. My parents are both self-employed. We were already living paycheck to paycheck, and prior to the recession, so when it hit us hard. They could have easily cut back on sports, as that was a luxury, and eating dinner that night was much more important, but they didn't. They made sacrifices in their own ways to allow me to continue pursuing a career that I so desperately wanted. So I can't thank them enough for what they did to give me the opportunity that I even had at UCF. I also want to thank my sister and her husband, Adam. When my sister met Adam, I was 10 years old, so they have literally been on this softball journey with me for as long as I can remember. Not to mention, they've given me the two most incredible nieces in the world, Addison, who is a pitcher on her own softball journey, and apparently now loves volleyball as well, so I'm sure hearing from Delana, she was probably over the moon about that one. And then Ada, who is a complete wild card and keeps us on our toes. The two of those girls have kept me out of a lot of trouble. They were born while I was in high school and college, and I always wanted to be somebody that they looked up to, and I knew that I had to lead by example in order to do that. I want to thank Coach Renee Gillespie, who started the softball program at UCF and was head coach during the time that I played. She allowed me to be myself while also guiding me on a path to be a better person and player. I wouldn't be standing here if she didn't think that I was worthy of a softball scholarship to UCF. I also want to thank Coach Hillary Barrow and Tiffany Jordan, who were just two of the assistant coaches during my time, but they both single-handedly played a huge impact on my development at UCF. I want to thank Eric Lopez, who is the heart and soul of UCF softball. He really is. He's the glue that holds together the past, present, and future players, and he deserves all the thanks in the world, as he's always been in my corner, even beyond UCF into my pro softball career. I want to give a special shout out to Mackenzie O'Leary and Mackenzie Packrell, who are here tonight. Mackenzie O'Leary was an enemy turned best friend. Get this, we're both from the same hometown, both pitchers, and both went to rival high schools. But somehow, We got to UCF and became the best of friends, and I really would not have made it through UCF, let alone my freshman year, without her, and she knows what I'm talking about. And Mackenzie Packrell, the best 1-2 punch in the country. I was my best self as a pitcher with her around. A lot of times having two aces on a staff can cause animosity and ill will towards each other, but we thrived when we were both at our best, and I cherish the years that we got to play together. Shake and bake forever. Lastly, I want to thank my amazing wife, Sammy. She's the best supporter and my biggest fan. While I didn't know her while at UCF, she played a huge role in my pro softball career, and she's the most incredible person I know. Believe it or not, she is a way better softball player than I ever was. Yeah. And she will no doubt be inducted into her own Hall of Fame in a few years, but I'm definitely going to hold this one over her head for a little bit longer. Yeah. I can't thank you all enough for this honor. I truly feel that I gave everything that I possibly could to UCF, and to come back and receive the highest honor in athletics is just the cherry on top of an incredible career. This has been an amazing night, and congratulations again to all the other inductees. Go Knights.